Oh, Karen, you're amazing. Thank you all.
Standing up? Oh,
Yeah, we were.
thank you so much.
Yes. Oh, Karen. And all of you are amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here on this very special day. Oh, I'm talking about the magic of new beginnings, yes? Mm-hmm. There is magic in it indeed. You know, and although I'm excited, I'm so excited about what's to come and for all of us and the growth and the expansion and all that's unfolding. But I also, of course, want to acknowledge the tenderness in our heart that many of us are feeling as we have said goodbye to Jyoti, missing her absence, missing Mary's absence. Yes. And I just want to acknowledge that because that grief process is a process. And it may continue in the weeks and the months to come. And so I cannot begin my talk without acknowledging that. And I just want you all to know that the ecclesiastical team, which consists of myself and our beloved practitioners, are here to support you. Whether you need a hug or you need someone to talk to one-on-one or just an ear, we are here for you. So please let us know how we can support you. Okay. Yeah, so the magic. Let's talk about the magic. New beginnings. So I'm going to start with a beautiful passage by John O'Donohue. Anybody fans of John O'Donohue? Yes, indeed. He's amazing. Beautiful writer, beautiful poet, and this in his book called To Bless the Space Within Us for a New Beginning. In out-of-the-way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you are ready to emerge. For a long time it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the gray promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight when your courage kindled and outstepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning. This is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure, hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you'll be home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. Isn't that beautiful? Yeah, and I suspect that many of us have experienced that, right? That what he talks about when you want to make a change in your life, you want to do something different because you know you've outgrown something. You know you've outgrown it. But yet we stay and we kind of hang out. That seduction of safety, is that a powerful way of saying it? We get so seduced by safety sometimes, don't we? And then suddenly we feel this desire to make a change, and we step in and we take that risk. And if you've ever been in a situation where you've pushed yourself through a fear, you had a fear and you took that step in spite of it, doesn't it feel exhilarating when we do that? And you can't ever go back, even if at the end that result was something perhaps not quite what you expected, but the fact that you took the risk, the fact that you pushed through the fear, it feels amazing. Yes, we are a changed person as a result of that. Now, I have certainly felt some fear taking on this role. Little bit, just a little bit at times, yeah. Just saying. But one thing you should know about me is that I am a risk taker. It's just who I am. I'm a feel the fear and do it anyway kind of person. It's just who I am. And the reason is because I do see the magic in it. I recognize those times when there's fear and I push myself through it because I know what's on the other side of it. I know what's available for me when I bump up against that growing edge. Now, yes, I love a good challenge. That does not mean that that's why I took this on. I just want to be clear. I didn't take this on because I like a good challenge. I took this on. Yeah, I took this on because I felt called to be here. Absolutely. In my heart, in my soul, this is why I'm here, because it's where I most want to serve. And just as Jyoti was guided to change her path and move on to something else, she received that clear guidance. I too received clear guidance that this is my home, that this is where I'm supposed to be. And so this magic that happens when we make these changes, it's because we believe in what's possible. Walt Disney, such great quotes you read today. He believed in what was possible. And when we are in that space, so much is available to us. So much is available. Yes? I want to share with you my purpose. When I was in ministerial school, I took a class called Noble Purpose, and the whole focus of the class was to help us identify and uncover what our purpose was for our ministry. And this is what came through me. My purpose: to foster healing and transformation in others using love, gentleness, compassion, and strength. And so all of us have a purpose. All of us have many purposes, actually. I don't believe that we just have one. This is what came through me regarding my ministry. And when we are expressing our purpose, it is so natural to who we are. We could be standing in line at the grocery store and expressing our purpose. It's just, we have to do it. We cannot do it, right? It's just a part of who we are and our natural expression. Almost like a calling. Sometimes we're not even aware of what it is, though. But it just flows so beautifully through us. Now, commitment is slightly different. Commitment it's got some heft to it. It's identifying the specifics around how we will express our purpose. So I want to share that with you as well, because I think it's important for you all to know where I'm at with my commitment to this community, to all of you, to this center. And so my commitment is to be a loving presence, to teach the power of love in all that I do, to see life through the lens of love, and to make decisions and choices that are loving and love-filled. And to continue to expand my consciousness so that I can be an even greater expression of love in the world. This is who I am. This is what I'm committed to. This is why I became a minister. And if you know me, it's what comes through. It's what I bring it in. I just taught a class on loving yourself. It's just my expression. And expressing love, though, isn't just unique to me. Yes, this is my commitment. Yes, this is who I am. Yes, this is what I want to bring to this community and to the world. But love is something that's unique, actually, to all of us. It's at the essence and core of every single one of us. We came into the world as love. And it's who we will leave as. It's the very truth of our being. Beneath our wounds, beneath the scars, beneath the fears, beneath the insecurities is love. It's who we are. And so we think that we have to learn how to be more loving. We have to learn, or we have to take a class. we have to read a book about it. But truthfully, it's already within us. It is who we are. So it's not about learning it, it's more about remembering it. Remembering who we are. Yeah. And as we learn to tap into, or as we're willing to tap into that love that is within us, our consciousness shifts. Kelly was talking about the candles and just having a moment of just closing our eyes and tapping in. This represents the light of the divine, which is love. And as we get quiet and tap into that beautiful consciousness that is already within us, everything shifts. The lens in which we see the world shifts. Yes, we have challenges. Yes, we have upsets. But that as our consciousness expands and our heart opens more, suddenly the things that upset us, the things that challenge us, they don't upset us or challenge us in the same way. And we feel compelled to share love with the tiniest of insects. I just watched Jeannie this morning pick up this sweet little moth on the floor in our celebration hall. But truthfully, when our heart expands, we see everything as the divine. The tiniest of insects to a stranger standing before us. And what happens too is we begin to see the God in all people. We begin to see that presence in all beings, and therefore respect and love and honor all beings. Hatred, discord, judgment just falls away. It falls away. So I've asked Maureen, as you all came in today, to pass out some love quotes. And I'm assuming that you all, not everyone has one, because there was only 4. So where is my first one? It has a number 1 on it. Who's got number 1? Linda, will you please read that? Sure.
Okay.
Oops. There it is.
In any given condition, you have within yourself the power to decide to literally feel and experience love. Love, or the experience of it, is a decision. It is not something earned, and it is not something created. It is that which is eternally present now as the very identity of your being, the very life and existence of your being.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so this idea of love, it truly is such a part of who we are. And that consciousness is a part of who we are. And yet, when we look at the world and we see what's out in the world and we witness what's happening in the news and we witness the challenges that are happening, it's hard, isn't it? It's hard to stay in that space of love. It takes practice. It takes practice. But the more that we are willing to drop in and feel into that space within us, even if it's just for a moment, the less angry we are, the less judgmental we are, the less those things have the same impact on us. Who has number 2? Sue.
Learning to love those we cannot love is one of the most spiritually beneficial practices we can explore. Loving does not imply being an enabler or approving of unhealthy behavior. It simply means accepting and honoring the entire dance of humanity as part of the one.
Thank you. So Jeshua, also known as Jesus, was one of the greatest teachers of love. And he said that we're either an extension of love or a cry for help and healing. That every single one of us. And so that means that anyone who is hurting, anyone who is committing violent acts of hatred or harm to another, anyone who is suffering mentally or emotionally, they are crying out for love. They are crying out for help. They have forgotten that core essence of love that is who they are. They've just forgotten that. And as we think about that, it helps us to have a little more compassion, doesn't it? Yeah. And so my ministry is to help people remember that. So if you come to me and you share something negative or judgmental about someone, I'm going to bring it back to love. Because that is just what I commit to do. I'm not saying that there aren't harsh things happening in the world, and I don't mean to say that let's just brush over that. That's not it at all. But love is the most powerful vibration on this planet that exists, and it is possible that if we access that, we can heal this planet. We can heal the discord and the judgment and the hate that exists on this planet. It is possible. And it starts with each one of us. It starts with opening our heart, tapping in even for 5 minutes a day. Yeah. Thank you. Yes. And so I ask God to use me. I ask God to guide my hands, to guide my heart, to guide me where I can express this love in the most powerful way, and I choose to express it here as part of this community. Karen.
Command my hands. What must they do? Command my heart. It's here for you with my life. Love is the key to all of creation. God is creator, makes all things new. And God needs us, all of us, to shine its light as me, as you. Use me, yes. Oh God, I stand for you. That's right. And here all am I as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Use me, oh God, I stand by you. And here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do.
Thank you, Karen. And so who has quote number 3? We're still moving along. I know.
When the heart opens completely, you will stumble upon the most powerful force in the universe, your loving, eternal presence.
Thank you. That is who we are. Yeah, and as Jyoti stated so beautifully when she first came here, love lives here. This came from her. Yeah. And the reason it's so powerful is because this is who we are. Love lives here. Love lives within each of us. It is the most natural expression of our very being. Yeah. And so through this love, we can transform, we can heal, we can uplift, we can inspire. And as it starts with the individual and then goes out to the collective, it starts with us. It starts with each one of us. And so as we close, I want to do a couple of things. One, I'm going to have quote number 4 being read. Who's got Ernest Holmes? Lori.
Who is born of love is born of God, for God is love. Without love, nothing can be accomplished. With love, all things are possible. And when we love, our prayers are answered, and the gift of heaven is made.
Yeah. Thank you all for sharing for participating and sharing those. Thank you so much. Yeah. Ernest Holmes, our beloved founder, who who taught the power of love and what that brings to our lives and what's possible for our lives. I want you right now to take the hand of the person sitting next to you. Go ahead and cross the aisles too, if you, take a hand across the aisle if you can. So indeed, we have the power as individuals to impact the planet, this community, our friends, our families, to all the lives around us. Know this truth, feel this truth, embody this truth, feel that deep within the center and core of your being. That beautiful divine love that is right there. Right there. And feel this love emanating from your heart. Just feel it. Feel the warmth of that emanating from your heart and going down your arms and into your hands and into that next person on either side of you. Just really feel that. And know that this love, that as it goes down your heart and out your hands, and as it goes into the beautiful being next to you, that it is also emanating from you and filling this space. That this community is a beacon of light, and it is going out and spreading out, touching all the beings across this community, the city called Lafayette, out into the state of Colorado, out into the country and to the world, to the planet. And so really feel that. Let yourself share that love. Are you willing to do that? Are you willing to continue to share this love as you go out into your life this week? Are you willing to do that? Yes. And so just seeing this light, this beacon of light, blessing all of us and blessing everyone we come into contact with. So right now I'm going to ask for our practitioners to stand. We're going to have practitioners standing in the back and standing in the front, and we are going to move into what's called a chamber prayer. And your job is to simply receive. A chamber prayer is where all of us are going to be praying out loud at the same time, and you are just to receive. We are praying for the growth and expansion of this community. We are praying for the love and the consciousness within each of us, and then it goes out and it transforms and heals all. So let us begin. And so right here, right now, I recognize that power, that love, that beauty of the divine that exists within all things. And I am knowing that that powerful force of God, that beauty, that love that is God, is part of me. And as I know it's part of me, I'm knowing that it is part of all who are here. It is part of every single being across this planet. And I'm knowing that that love, that light, moves and heals and transforms all. I'm knowing and recognizing that that is the light that is God, that is so powerful and so light-filled, God-filled, love-filled. And so I give thanks for this power. I give thanks for this love. I give thanks for all that is expressing through each of us, through this community as it expands and grows, touching all lives, healing all lives, transforming all lives. And so I just give thanks for this, knowing that it is such a blessing for each of us. As each of us are healed individually, I'm knowing that we are healed collectively. And so I just let this go and I release it, knowing it is done. I release it into the word, into the law, for it is done right here, right now, without question, without pause, without prejudice. I allow this to be. And so it is.
There is only love. Sing it with me. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love. Look at someone. There is only these words to them. There is only love. Love that heals, love that sets us free. There is only love.
Thank you. All right. Let's move into our offering affirmation. Let's just begin by taking a breath. Just taking in the energy that has been generated through this service, through the music. And so just feeling the abundance of blessings that are raining down upon this beloved community. And let's say our affirmation together. This perfect gift is spirit and form, circulating and blessing all it touches. Freely I give, and joyously I receive, and so it is.